Welcome to day 4 of 30 days of gentle grief support. My name is Linda Falasco, and I'm a trauma and grief therapist. Today, we're going to gently explore something that isn't talked about enough, and that is the invisible losses that come with grief. The things that we lost beside the person. Because when we lose someone, we don't just lose them, we lose so much more. Grief is layered. Yes, we grieve the person. We grieve their laugh, their hugs, their voice, their presence. But we also grieve the roles that they played in our life, the routines that they were part of, the future that we thought we'd have with them, the version of ourselves that existed when they were still here. Maybe you lost your identity as a caregiver, as a daughter, as a sibling, as a wife, a husband. Your sense of safety may have been lost, or normalcy. You may have lost shared dreams, holidays, inside jokes, the one person who really got you, the person that you had coffee with every morning. They are real losses too, and they deserve space. Many times you may hear people call them secondary losses. And in the workbooks and journals that I created, Mending Piece by Piece, there's a section in there all on secondary losses because they are important. They need space. When I lost my brothers, let's say both of them, I didn't just lose them individually. Each loss was unique. And with each loss, I lost a version of myself who was the big sister. After losing both brothers, I was an only child. I didn't have siblings here on earth anymore. I lost regular phone calls that I had with them. I lost birthday cards that we would exchange or holiday gifts. I lost the sense of being a part of a family with siblings. With both of them, I lost their smile, their laugh. I lost the future of growing old together, of spending time together, of maybe doing vacations together, holidays, and the dreams that we had as kids. It took time to name those different pieces and even longer to grieve them because most people don't acknowledge them as losses. But naming them helps me understand why the grief felt so heavy, because there was so much more missing than just their physical presence. I want to share with you a quote. It's unknown who wrote this quote or who said this quote. Grief is not just about death. It's about change, absence, and the loss of what could have been. Just let that sink in. Now, if you're journaling along these 30 days, get your journal out. If you're not journaling, you're just going to reflect in your mind or in your heart. But I want you to ask yourself this. By the person that I lost, you can fill in blank. Beside, for me, it would be beside Jeff, beside Michael, beside my dad. What else did I lose when they died? So, beside, fill in the blank. What else did I lose when they died? And then, what part of my daily life or identity changed because they're no longer here? I'm going to give you time just to reflect or to journal that. I just want to remind you that there's no right way or wrong way to grieve here, no right way to reflect or journal. This is just your personal reflection. So don't worry. Sometimes people worry, am I writing the right thing. There is no right way. If you need more time to write or to reflect, just hit pause and come back when you're done. Now let's breathe in to the heaviness and make space for what's there. So we'll breathe in our nose and then we'll breathe out our mouth. So you inhale, acknowledge what's been lost. Exhale, release judgment for still missing those pieces. Again, inhale, acknowledge what's been lost. Slowly exhale and release judgment for still missing those pieces. Time. Inhale and acknowledge what's been lost. Exhale, release any judgment for still missing those pieces. You might want to just do one more breath in and then out. Just notice your feet on the ground. Notice what you're sitting on. Just bringing your awareness back into the room, into this present moment. And I want you to say this affirmation with me. I am allowed to grieve more than the person. I am allowed to grieve the parts of me that changed too. I am allowed to grieve more than the person. I am allowed to grieve the parts of me that changed too. All grief is valid, even the invisible parts. You are carrying so much. Please be gentle with yourself today. Tomorrow, we'll take a break from the words, and we're going to move into breath and stillness with a grounding practice. Until next time, continue mending piece by piece, one step at a time.